Why is my camera so dumb? This is making me so sad. Sorry, I literally just did this whole thing with you guys. Let me just give you the Cliff's Notes version. Had to explain what that was to Nala recently. She's gonna read To Kill a Mockingbird. Let me know if you ever read it. Somehow I made it through my classes without ever having to read To Kill a Mockingbird, although I hear good things, but we didn't read that one. Read The Scarlet Letter, which, a bop. I would read it again today. Let me know if you guys want to get in on that. My mom and I and my sister-in-law hung out this morning, and we went to Crate. My sister-in-law was looking for some furniture. I was famished. I really wanted some coffee. I hadn't had any coffee or anything to eat. So we popped over to this coffee shop, and the reason I'm mentioning it is because it's not just local to us. I know that you can franchise it and that it is in other locations. So I thought I would bring it up. Don't know how to say the name. Feel free to correct me. I'm gonna give it a shot. And I think it's called Camaria, and it's Yemeni coffee, I think is like what the tagline says, or maybe just Yemen coffee. And I don't totally know, is Yemen a country? All I've ever heard of Yemen has been from The Nanny, like Fran Drescher, The Nanny. I thought it had something to do with like Jewish people, and I don't know. We're gonna find out right now. You thought you didn't know what Yemen was, but by the end of this video, we're all gonna know. The Republic of Yemen is a country in West Asia located in the southern Arabian Peninsula, borders Saudi Arabia. Sounds like a very vibrant area to be living in. Official language is Arabic. I knew I was kind of onto something. They have a sultan. That is very Aladdin. Arabian? Okay, hold on. These are not gonna give me Aladdin style treats in my brain. Okay. Span much of Yemen's present-day territory, was heavily influenced by Judaism. I always called it Judaism, but now that I'm seeing how it's spelled, Judaism, and then Christianity arrived. Anyway, okay, that's our history lesson for the day. We ended up going there, and it was so good. They like served it to us on this tray, and we each got a coffee, and we each got this bread because we asked them like, oh, what do you recommend? And the three of us, just being who we are, decided to get the exact same thing, but it was like this bubbly bread with like a little bit of cheese, and then they like drizzle it with honey. It was so good. Something I've never had before. Bread, cheese, honey, yes, but like in that combination with the spices they use, so good. And you get to eat it like one little pull apart bubble at a time. Delicious. They ask you like your sugar level, very boba tea-esque, and it is just, it's so good. Like it was so good. I remember passing by it in the winter. The clothes, they hadn't opened yet, and then I was like, I gotta go back there. So today we went, and it was so good, and we just sat there and chatted. And even the seating, oh, golly, I wish I would have taken a video of the inside, but I just had like caffeine and food on the brain. I was so hungry. So cute though. We'll definitely be going back. Lewis loves a pistachio latte, and they have a pistachio latte. And my mom and my sister-in-law got the same one, and they got one with spices like cardamom. I went through this whole thing. Is it cardamom? Cardadad? Like cardamom like cardadad? Or cardamom like Google? How do you say cardamom? Cardamom!
That's pronounced cardamom.
Cardamom. Like we're Brits. Cardamom. Okay. They have the cardamom like lattes, whatever. If you've ever been to a coffee house and they offer you a latte with spices in it, give it a shot. If you're like into that, give it a shot, because they always taste so good. And once you get to the bottom, you're like, what is this experience I'm having, and why is it better than any other chain place I've ever been to? It happens every time. On our way out, my mom said she was gonna buy something, and look, my sister-in-law paid for all of our stuff, right? All of our food and everything. And then on the way out, my mom's like, oh, I'm gonna get some cheesecake and da-da-da. I was like, oh, I'll get a little piece of cheesecake too to take home to the kids. No, I'm just playing. I did bring it home to the kids. And my mom paid for that. So I got to be out of the house for 5 hours today. Spent $0. Felt like I was somebody's child. Like must be what it feels like to be one of my children. Okay, so the pistachio cheesecake, literally so good, but this had very like American type of cheesecake vibes to it. When I try a cheesecake from a different country, I'm always expecting something totally different, like a Japanese cheesecake where it's like spongy and eggy. No, this had like American vibes, but their crust is way better. It's like glistening and soaked in something. So good. And then if you guys have seen that like Dubai viral, that viral like chocolate bar, I think it's a Dubai chocolate bar. I don't know. Sorry, I tried these on camera earlier when my camera yeeted the footage somewhere. It has that like weird kind of interior of like the crunchy little bits, but this whole thing just, oh, this is giving Beetlejuice vibes. this whole thing just tastes like chocolate to me. Like, it doesn't have any other flavor to it. And don't think I'm crapping on this brand because, like, babe, we're going back, okay? These both taste good, but that bread, oh, the bread was amazing. Anyway, let me throw these back in the fridge. I do need to have an actual meal because my body wants more than cheese bread and coffee. And I need some water. Started drinking Hint, and I'm actually gonna be working with them. Probably by the time you see this, I probably would have already done it. And so I started drinking this probably like a month ago. I got one flavor, no, I got 2 flavors. And I remember having these in the past and thinking like, oh, that was interesting. But then I never picked it up again. And then I was like, oh, well, I saw it at the grocery store. I was with my mom. I saw it at the grocery store. I was like, let me get one because I'm, you know, I like a good variety of water. They're good. And let me tell you, never, ever has a company had a more accurate name for their product. Hint. This is the strawberry lemon flavor, right? Water infused with strawberry and lemon essences. No calories, no sweeteners, no nothing like that, right? It's water at the end of the day. It's water. Purified water. Made in San Francisco, okay? You guys, how do you make water? Okay, I guess you bottle it. You bottle the water. You can't really make water, right? You can't like create water. Like it's already done. It's been done. Humans are not walking around making water, even though we know the recipe. This water tastes like, it's not gonna be for everybody. This water tastes like, okay, if you're someone who doesn't like the taste of normal plain water, this water tastes like if you had strawberry lemonade, let's say, in this bottle, you drank it, or you poured it down the drain, you did whatever, and then you filled this bottle up with water, that's what Hint tastes like. It's a hint of that flavor. And like one of my kids is obsessed with this stuff now, which is just great because I do have a coupon code coming out and that's important to know. It's been a fun little addition to the menu plan lately. I like it. Strawberry lemon, and I think we have the cherry lime. And I think there was a cucumber one I didn't really care for because I don't like the taste of cucumber. I don't know if you guys have tried a Hint, but if you have, let me know your favorite flavors. And I left in such a rush that, because like I wasn't planning on going with my mom, but you know, there's always time to work and work is always gonna be there. And you know, you never know when someone's not gonna be there. So I try to hang out with my family, you know, when I can. And anyway, I had some black beans going. A bunch of them split, and you guys were split on whether or not that was a bad thing on Instagram. A lot of you were like, why did you soak your black beans? You're not supposed to soak black beans. And I was like, what are you saying? I mean, the package literally says to soak them, and anytime I make pinto beans, I soak them. So I just literally dropped soaked black beans in here with water, and I called Lewis and I was like, look, if you go home, could you please season them for me? And I did not know what that was gonna mean. I just said, look, I'm going for a Mexican vibe. So like, don't make them into like Indian beans or like Jamaican jerk beans. Like, we're going for a Mexican vibe. And I don't know what this man put in here, but when I walked in the house, my house smelled so good. And let just get you a man that can flavor some food. He can season some food, and I truly appreciate that because I'm gonna tear them beans up later. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tear those beans up, then those beans are gonna tear me up. Lewis will get to witness that. Last time I showed these, you guys assured me they do have an insane amount of sodium, so I'm still gonna eat them because they are delectable and a perfect little quick thing to eat when I like need to sit down and work. But I don't have them that often. If anyone's concerned about my personal sodium intake, they're so good though. Salmon stackers. This one's lemon chive spread and rice crackers. I do find that it has like way too much cream cheese for the cracker to salmon ratio, but whatever. Why complain about that? You know what I'm saying? Very tasty. And the person who said they found worms in their honey smoked fish company, apparently any salmon that you purchase from Costco, just assume there's worms in it. Across the board, frozen, fresh, prepackaged, worms, 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 worms. Because according to the internet, there's worms in all of it. And I don't know what to do with that knowledge, so I'm just gonna try to ignore it. I'm back. I think last time I saw you I was eating. Not much has changed. Smoothie.
I'm back, guys.
I didn't make dinner today. I mean, unless you count the beans, which you should. My kids are not gonna eat the beans. I've taken to watching YouTube on the big TV. Currently this is Matt doing something. I don't know if this is recent or super old. I couldn't tell you, and I really don't care.
It's your 21st birthday.
Oh, then it's recent. Oh, I should restart it. I'm missing it.
How did I get that and you did it?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was over there making some kind of concoction.
It's not a concoction. It's a yummy little smoothie with chia seeds. Chia seeds are actually one of the best things ever, actually.
I've never seen something look more like a concoction.
Okay, just because
and then if you pan out, there's just more.
No, well, the chia seeds aren't in it yet, or the rest of the milk or the granola. I would add freeze-dried strawberries, but I ate them all.
It's giving,
Yummy, yummy.
It's giving stone soup.
I was a mixer in stone soup.
I added the carrot.
Invisible string, guys. Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. You guys can never see her without it being a Taylor Swift reference. I want you to know that I didn't go to the post office. So when Lewis gets home, ask him to take you. Sent most of her recent orders yesterday, but she had 3 stragglers. You want a special code for the YouTubers?
Yeah.
Can I make up the code? I want you to make a 20% off code for y'all, and I want it to be. Now it came out with some actually super cute bracelets. They're like friendship bracelets, kind of. They're really nice. The stones are really nice too.
Okay, so
Wait, what's the code is?
friends.
No, that's lame. I don't like that. I don't like lame codes. I like good codes.
These are the bracelets, guys. You can switch out
Sarah
the colors.
and Nala. Ray.
Who are
Ray.
Okay, these are the colors.
Lewis is calling. Can you do this yourself?
Yeah, these are the colors. You can switch out the chromes. These are more colors. They're not glued yet because I've glued 3 times and I keep forgetting. And you can switch out the chromes. Any of them can go on either color, and either color can match with either other color. Pretty skibbity sigma, don't you agree?
It's been at least a few months since we walked out of a theater. But Beetlejuice was definitely worth walking out on. Could tell right away that movie was not going to be good. I don't know. Still tried it. It's not good. That's not a good movie. I don't know. If you know what, and if you disagree, you're wrong. Nah, I'm just playing. It sucked though. We made it to the part where he was summoned, at least the first time. That's as far as we made it. And we had to work our way to that point. I tried to give it a chance, but for what? At least I got a box of Bunch of Crunch out of it. Good boy. Careful. Brought the kids to a coffee shop I talked about the other day. Okay, and we ended up getting the honeycomb bread.
This is yours, Jay.
And a cheese pie, and then Nala picked something that is very reminiscent of like a tres leches.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I assumed you guys got forks and like napkins.
No.
There were some, trust me.
I know, but we were holding this.
Well, I know, Jaden only had one thing. That's why I sent Jay. I sent him for the follow-up. And I guess Jay picked a cheesecake. Well, that's because you're drinking from the top. Living, laughing, and loving. There was some kind of massive accident, and so it took us a really long time to get here, so I hope they like it because, like I said, it took us forever to get here. What is with the insane amount of school shooting threats that are going on right now? I mean, not to mention the actual shootings, obviously, but the threats, I mean, just based on, like, people I'm friends with online and, you know, like, through blogging and all that, I ended up friends with a lot of people from different areas. And just seeing like, oh yeah, you know, my daughter's school's closed today, or my son's school's closed today, da-da-da, for threats. The kids' schools, my kids, I mean, it's like left and right, and it's crazy. But it just seems like all of a sudden there's this huge uptick, and I'm not really online, like chronically online, you know? And so sometimes I feel like I miss something that happened, and like, that's why it's happening. So if anybody feels like informing me. Anyway, all that to say, we went to the store. Actually, I'm curious, if you guys have kids in high school, middle school, do they force them to lock their phones away? I know they do it because like kids are kids and they're, you know, not annoying, but they're like, the word's not annoying. They're distracted like by their phones, and they have a tendency to have them out and stuff, and so they get in trouble for their phones a lot. So I want to say the kids' high school, they're in middle school, but the kids' high school, like the, you know, projected high school they'll likely go to, I'm pretty sure they make them lock the phones away every class period. Like literally you have to put them somewhere. You can't just leave them in your locker. I was like, okay, I get that. And a lot of people are like, what if there's a shooting and they can't like, and I'm like, good golly, I hate that that's literally like the first place people's brains go. Like, it's an insane world to be living in, but the facts are the facts, right? I get it. And so for us, I was like, well, I don't love that. Like, I don't love not being able to communicate. Specifically right now, it's with Jaden. If I needed to ask him something or tell him something, I can only communicate with him during his lunch period. And I get it because they don't want their phones out while they're in class and stuff. And I get that. But like during a passing period or something, I mean, in my day, I got a cell phone when I was 16, and this is before everyone had cell phones, but I was in high school, obviously, when I was 16, and I could check my phone during, like, a passing period, or I could run to the bathroom and check it if I needed to, you know, like, communicate with my mom or something, because it was just me and my mom, really, at that point, that had phones, and it was a little, you know, Nokia brick, so it's not like I was going to be playing games or anything. I was like, well, Jaden works out a lot more now. He's been doing that, and so I would love for him to be able to see like the differences, because it's hard to, I think especially when you're a kid, like it's hard to feel the difference that working out makes for you. And so I personally love my Apple Watch. I always have one on. I don't know if you noticed this, and Nala has one because she got one before she ever got a phone. It was part of her Christmas gift, and I decided, because of all of that culminating together, I'd get him an Apple Watch. And they had like the buy one get one free deal or whatever, so I upgraded mine because it takes about 2.5 years, and of daily use, and your battery is gonna start to suck hardcore. So every 2.5 years I upgrade my Apple Watch. So I wasn't going to, but he's like, you know, you're gonna get it for free. I was like, but then I already have one. He's like, wait exactly 90 days and then cancel the one that you have now, like cut it, and then switch it over to this one. He's like, and so you're just gonna have to pay for a line for 3 months, which is $10 a month. So I said, okay, $10 a month, cost me $30, but you get $300 off of the phone, or of the watch, pay free. I still had to pay like $100 on the phone or whatever, but or on the watch rather. Anyway, that way, and I'm curious to hear about your guys' experiences, right? If you have a kid that goes to school and that kid has to lock away their cell phones, do they have to lock away their watch? Because my kids don't lock away their watches, and that means I can still communicate with them if I really needed to. I'm not sitting there pestering them, texting my kids all day, what you doing, girl? No. Okay, like, I'm gonna be pissed off if I hear from a teacher that my kid is constantly on their watch. They're gonna get in trouble for that. But in this day and age, I would like to be able to communicate with my children whenever. And you know what? That might just be like a privileged little, well, back in yeah, well, now I want to be able to talk to my kid if I want to talk to my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Fort Knox trying to get up in there.
Nala thinks that you moved the car. Did you move the car?
No, now I had to pee,
No,
so
it's tripping.
I sent him into Five Guys, and I told Jaden to buy fries.
Got a medium fry.
Let me have a fry. I haven't had Five Guys.
Kind of
I've only gone to Five Guys twice,
That's
ever.
the first time I've ever seen Five Guys.
Last time was, I think, over 5 years ago. Look at how greasy the
I
bag
thought
is.
Five Guys was TGI Fridays or whatever.
Ah! It's 1,000 degrees.
They
Okay, I
smell
can't eat
really
them.
good.
Jay, can
I was just telling them how I got you an Apple Watch. Are you so happy?
Yes, I'm so happy.
Jen is so happy.
I want to eat some.
So happy.
Oh gosh, that's a lot of fries.
They're hot.
Are they?
Yeah.
So how are we supposed to tell which one's which?
It's pretty clear. It's written on the side.
Hello. Okay, there you go. Hello. I went to Williams Sonoma yesterday. The intention of buying this bad boy right here. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I was looking up rice cookers the other day, and this one was like, this is the best rice cooker ever. Well, not ever, because I wasn't trying to. What? 10:43. Zoji Rushi. No, I said that wrong. Zoji Rushi. I mean, I probably did say it wrong. I don't know. Supposedly, it's like gonna be such a good rice cooker. And we have a rice cooker. It was like a really, really, really affordable one that I got at, oh dang, you can do all kinds of stuff in here. You know, darn well I'm not. Just like my air fryer has like 11 other functions. No, it fries air, okay? That's what it does. Actually, I don't think that's what it does. That's what we use it for. Every blue moon, I use it as a pressure cooker because I refuse to buy a separate pressure cooker because I'm not like pressure cooker gal. But Williams, they had some other things. This, I had not seen. If I had seen it, I forgot about it. I know they have different ones, but you guys know that cookbook that I bust out, especially around the holidays and stuff a lot, but I've used it all the time. It's called 100 Cookies. It's just like this. I think the side is pink instead of yellow. Obviously the same person or person, Sarah Keifer, go ahead girl, who wrote it. And I trust that cookie book so much because I've done so many of those recipes that I was just standing there flipping through because I don't just like see a cute cookbook. Like I got to look at the recipes, right? So I was flipping through and I saw at least 10 interesting recipes. And so I picked this one up. It's 100 morning treats. So muffins, rolls, biscuits, sweets, etc. Good feeling about it because it's got the same layout as the cookie book. And obviously the same chef, cook, baker, etc. So I got that. I'm sure you can get that literally anywhere and it's probably cheaper somewhere else, but I was already at Amazon, or I was at Amazon. It's $27.50 at Williams-Sonoma. It's probably comparable online though, like 20s. Then I got this. Like there's like a running list of things I wanted to get for the house that I wanted to get, like items we just didn't have where, you know, sometimes when I'm cooking, I'm like, dang it, how do I not have this, right? So this was one of them. And I hate the stupid stickers they put on there because they're so hard to get off, but whatever. This is a meat tenderizer. So it's actually reversible though. If you look at the bottom of it, it's like super like pokey. So this is if you wanted to say tenderize a piece of meat by obviously poking it a million times. Now then if you wanted to make something like, you know, you're making chicken cutlets or something and you want them to be thinner, then you would flip this over and you would put it on the flat side and then that's going to flatten out your meat and whatever, so you'll be able to pound it out without like breaking it, you know. But me and Solomon were recently talking about making milanesa, like tortas de milanesa, and I was like, that sounds amazing and I don't want to do it alone, so I went ahead and bought this. The other day I saw a bunk pan at Crate and I was like, oh, it's $40, I don't want to get it, Plus I didn't quite like the shape of it because, you know, the shape of the bundt cake pan is the shape of the bundt cake. So I didn't love the look of it. But then I saw this one at Williams-Sonoma and I was gonna just get one at Home Goods, but we didn't go to Home Goods and I did not want to walk in there because I knew I was gonna walk out with like all kinds of stuff I didn't need. And I I don't have a bundt cake pan and I have recipes for bundt cakes that I've been dying to do and I don't have a freaking pan. So I ended up getting this one and it was $5 more than the one at freaking Grand Barrel. So, but whatever, this is the shape I wanted, like a more classic kind of shape, and I like how tall it is. Very nice. She's like, do you need the cleaner for no ma'am, we got soap at home. No, that's for I got Dawn at home. No, it's gonna keep your pot. I don't care. I got Dawn at home. Now I don't know what she was trying to sell me. It probably would have been good for me to buy it, but whatever. Okay. Last but not least, I got this. I thought this would be fun for the kids to make. I have not made really any of their mixes, and I don't normally buy mixed stuff, like pre-done stuff, but Jaden really likes to bake stuff, but I feel like he gets kind of lost in the whole shuffle of like cookbooks and stuff. And I think this will give him like the, you know, he has a desire. So this just kind of breaks it down. You still have to add butter and water, the mix, the eggs, whatever. You still have to combine like 2 different mixes that are in here to make this one. This is the pumpkin caramel, bakes in 1 hour. I'll see if he wants to make it. I almost bought another loaf pan by that brand that I like. The woman said it out loud yesterday, so I'm not gonna say it wrong. I call it Emily Henry. That's not how it's even spelled. But apparently it's Emile Henry. And I was looking at the loaf pan. I was not about to buy that loaf pan. I was looking at it and she was like, yeah, you should get that. Like, it's gonna present really well. It's really, you know, it's a really beautiful pan. It's a lovely pan. And I'm thinking in my head, like, yeah, I'm about to make this loaf. Let me get this loaf pan. But I knew I was gonna get that one because it was full price and those do go on clearance there. And that's when I sweep in and get my pie plates and my casserole dishes and stuff, because I would say they have some beautiful pans and stuff, but you can get them on sale. I've yet to pay full price, and I'm very proud of myself for that fact. I will say, like, they make for really good gifts. Like, when you have the, like, let's say you were gonna, you know, oh, new house, da-da-da, whatever. You know, someone likes to maybe bake kind of off and on, yada, like me, right? I'm not no baker. This is not my job. Like, but if you gave me, like, a nice, like, wooden whisk with, like, a silicone tip and, like, a bundt cake pan and, like, a little quick bread mix and maybe in the front, like, a bag of coffee or something, that's a gift, girl. Like, that's quite, shut up. You get a smaller, like, okay, it looks stupid, right? But who just walked in the house? Oh, my child. Yes. Guys, I was just vlogging and saying how I thought it would be good for you to make that.
Yeah.
Did you look at it?
For a quick second.
I bought the rice maker because I'm gonna make
it's not
poke
bad.
bowls. I didn't explain why I got a rice maker, but we have a rice maker. It's just not very good, or you know, it served its purpose for like 2 or 3 years, and it only cost me like 15 bucks.
Didn't get it
So
from, like the Home Shopping Network or something.
no, I think I got it from Walmart, and it was like it did its thing. It's just like it doesn't do its thing well enough, and at this point, with as much as we use it, I'm okay like replacing it
Good
and
one.
getting a new one, obviously. But the kids want to do poke bowls. Louis and I went and got the fish yesterday, so. I think I'm gonna smoke it though. This is a tenderizer. So the woman also said it makes for a really good weapon. But this is if you want to pound out chicken or something. And then you can undo it.
That's spiky.
It's giving saw. Dun, dun, dun. You have to, the key is buried inside of your neck.
It's buried inside of your eyeball. It's buried behind your eyeball. Yep, the piddle needles.
Look, and I got this too. I got this book.
Is that from the Boston that made 100 cookie recipes?
How did you know? Because it looks identical?
Yeah, it looks the same.
Jaden's gonna make this. Are you gonna make it today?
I don't know. I don't know.
Dang. Don't let your sister swoop in. You know she'll make it quick. She'll make it real quick. The little baby one is the one by the cookbooks. What up, y'all? Have I told you guys that Louis does not like the pizza out here? I don't know if I have, but there are a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, that he had to give up when he got with me. Pizza being one of them. So, we have pizza here. Personally, I like pizza here. I like our kind of pizza. I like the square cut. I like the thin crust, heavy, just ripping in toppings. Live, laugh, love that. He really doesn't. So, I'll let him talk on pizza in his own way. Jay, do you like pizza?
Yeah.
And you were born and bred on these types of pizzas, like this style of pizza, the thin crust with the crazy amount of toppings. Yeah, not the deep dish. That's for when people come from out of town. And if you are from the area, you know, for the most part, we don't eat deep dish unless someone comes from out of town. It's like, let's go get a Chicago deep dish style pizza. We don't begin that, okay? We get the really thin ones with all the stuff. Anyway, recently, I mean, I'll eat it.
I mean,
it's not bad. It's not bad. Speaking of spicy, he did half jalapeno. So that half, he took 3 of them. But those 2 have jalapenos. Designer pizza. Anyway, so we've been getting them from Lou Malnati's, which I don't know why we hadn't ordered from there. We order from literally everywhere. My favorite one for a long time when I was growing up was Windy City Pizza. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny. Their like kitchen exploded or something, and then I think they closed down, or we just moved too far away. I don't know what happened. But then it was CPA, Chicago Pizza Authority. And one day I call them up, and they're like, "Yeah, no, we're not called Chicago Pizza Authority anymore. We're just called CPA." And I was like, "Yeah." Anyway, things got weird from that point. And then they left the area too, so they're still around, but they're not around here. And then so we just do, you know, whatever's around, whatever. And you know, your girl used to work at Pizza Hut. Pizza's in my blood. It's my pizza blood. Lou Malnati's is very good, and Louis really likes it. And so I feel like what a win this is. So yeah, we got some pizza. We got the Lou, which this is a veggie pizza. So spinach, I don't know, they're like garlic, basil, tomatoes, bunch of different kinds of cheese, yada, 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 whatever. And then over here, this is like a combination pizza that we like made ourselves. And he did half of it with jalapenos, but it's just a bunch of meat and veggies and whatever. The only thing I'm gonna say about these bad boys will run you. And the one thing I liked about CPA is back in the day, like when you would get it and you would like look on this part of the pizza, there would be a coupon, and you would rip that coupon off. And by you, I mean my mom. She would rip that coupon off and she would store it in a drawer, you know? And then once you got enough of them, you got yourself a free pizza. And the pizzas were like $40, $50. So that was a big deal, especially because she was doing the XLs. This is a large, and the difference is negligible.
No, but the difference is negligible.
Look at me.
I unboxed the zojirushi and I am very excited. I just washed out the pan and it's actually so cool because I didn't realize, which I should have, but I didn't. This is the rice, you know, the part you put the rice in or whatever. And it has like some stuff in there in case you wanted to, like you needed those directions or whatever, which I'm sure I do. But they have the little steamer basket, which is like so fun because you can put your rice and everything else in there. And then you can throw the steamer basket on top. And I've seen some people do like sweet potatoes on top. They've done just other veggies on top. They've done fish on top. They've done, I might have saw somebody do chicken, but I don't think they put it on top. I think they put it inside with some veggies and stuff. They cooked it all together at once. One thing, mommy, I am not afraid to tell you, I don't know why I do some things that I do. Why do we rinse the rice? I know you need to rinse the rice, right? Why do we rinse the rice? I see whiteness leaving it as I rinse the rice. Is it a starch thing? Does it allow, man, when I tell you, when I find people that cook and instead of just saying like, you know, you want to make sure you add this and not this, and then they move on. But instead of that, like they say, you want to make sure you add this and not this, because if you do add this, it'll give you a more dense blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, I just learned something. Like beyond memorizing a recipe, I just learned why you do this or you don't do that. And like, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not that. So don't look for, you know, I don't really have that information. I mean, I do for some stuff, but not for a lot of stuff. And I'm not gonna ever pretend like I do. If I do trust, I'll make sure to tell you. But yeah, no, if you know why I'm rinsing the rice, please by all means let me know. All right, that's gotta be good enough. Okay, we're not making very much. Okay, and then it says literally just to use the lines that are in here. Sweet rice, porridge, white rice. Boop. White rice, sushi rice. Sushi rice, I want sushi rice. Okay, I gotta sit it down, y'all. Otherwise, simmer down. How do you find Donna Summers' name in the phone book? How's it listed? Summer Donna. Summer Donna. Summer Donna. Simmer down now. You guys remember that skit? It's from Mad TV. I was a Mad TV gal. I never did get into Saturday Night Live. Ever. I never thought it was funny, which is weird. Maybe it's because I didn't watch it. I was a Fox girl. I was a Fox girl at heart. So Mad TV was really the one for me. Boom. And it says, make sure you dry this off. Don't be putting this in there wet. I don't know what this number means. It already had a number when I took it out of the box. It wasn't even plugged in. Unless this is a sticker, which it does not seem to be. So, 60 minutes? Does that seem insanely long, you guys? How does it know how much is in there? I'm gonna read the instructions again. No, it literally is gonna take an hour. My rice cooker cooks in like 14 minutes. Is the bottom scorched? Yeah, duh. Especially if you leave it on warm. Warm? You mean ultra extra hot? That's what the warm setting is. This bad boy was a workhorse, okay? I cannot wait to compile a bunch of stuff that has served me so well for years and rehome it. This little bad boy right here, you know what? This thing probably was closer to like $20 something. Anyway, it has one button. It either goes warm or cook. And it did the job, okay? I even still have the little rice scooper dealy thingy that it came with. Jay just checks it. He just checked his watch to see what time it would be in 60 minutes.
No, I didn't, but
Jay loves his new watch.
yeah.
Jaden loves his new watch. What a guy. I still haven't set mine up. It's sitting over there floating on the table. I'm gonna get to it, but probably not today. I just finished filming for work, right? I'm gonna edit in a second. Huh?
Love how you took those out the trash.
Thank you. Period. I was trying to say, who knows if this will make it into the Instagram story. I was trying to say that there's something about these waters that makes it so easy to like slam them. I mean, I have never been able to drink 16 ounces of water. Strawberry watermelon. I was like, oh, let me taste this one on camera. Right? No, it wasn't. It was empty. Like, I don't get it, but I love it. Because I will walk around with this stupid thing for 3 days. I used to always finish them like every day I would, you know, knock it out between morning to night. But now I have to have like a hydration pack. I do a lot of salud packs in my other tumblers, if you ever see me with those ones. And then this always has water. There's water in here, but I don't like finish this the way that I used to, and I don't know why. I don't know if I just got so used to having it that I quit caring to, I have no idea. I don't know. If you catch me with an old wallow, okay, then you know why. Because I need to reawaken my love of water, and I'm not hydrated enough. I'm really not. I was so thirsty just not making the kids bowls, which looks so good. Let me show them to you. Oh, and this came out so good. I'm so sorry if I did not update. Worth every second of effort I put into it, which was like 27 seconds of effort.
I'm eating one of the bowls right now.
Yes, I did one bowl live for Nala that I had for dinner. She didn't want pizza. And then these are the kids' bowls for school. So they both have slightly different stuff. Nala's has baby corn, microgreens, edamame, cucumber, corn.
Baby corn.
Baby corn, and then the bottom, obviously, she has a little bit of rice. They don't have that much rice, actually, so just so you guys know, these are kind of veggie heavy. I did not make enough rice. I didn't understand.
I like vegetables.
That's what I figured. And Jade takes salads most of the time, so this is going to be a nice little upgrade to have some rice in there. And then his has salmon and tuna, just raw salmon and tuna, and then avocado, and then the same stuff that Nala's has. His has a little bit more. He eats more, period, but he eats more at lunch. Then he got Japanese barbecue sauce and soy sauce. Nala got chili oil, crunchy chili oil, and sweet yuzu vinegar.
Next time I think I'm going to add kimchi.
And kimchi. She's gonna try kimchi tomorrow, and I think she's gonna add pickled jalapenos to hers. But if I want the kids to eat well, like, I don't really monitor their breakfast. We have certain rules, like you're not allowed to like wake up and have 17 waffles and a slam and espresso. You know what I'm saying? What do you have?
I eat chia seeds most of the time, so it's...
Oh yeah, oh my gosh. Nala is 50% chia seeds.
It's so good for you though.
They are, but she eats chia seeds like they are going out of style. And then she has been slamming these waters. I'm putting them up there to keep it out of reach so she doesn't drink it because she's out of control. No, I'm just kidding. I know, she's taller than me. No, but she has been slamming these waters. Anyway, I'm just gonna sit down and edit for the rest of the day, or for the rest of the night. So that's it. I'm gonna put this pizza away. Got my kitchen cleaned up, mostly-ish. Bye.